friends, welcome back to Solar Mama's ABCs of Solar Energy, where we're breaking down solar power one letter at a time. I'm your host, Solar Mama, and today we are focused on K for kilowatt. Kilowatts are all about measuring the size and capacity of a solar system. Think of something like a 5 kilowatt setup that's powering an average home. In this episode, we'll explore exactly what a kilowatt means, what it can actually power in your daily life, how to size a solar system that fits your needs perfectly, and why getting this right is such a game changer for sustainability and your savings. Are you ready to crank up your knowledge? Let's size things up and get started. First off, let's demystify what a kilowatt actually is. A kilowatt, or kW for short, equals 1,000 watts of electric power. In solar terms, it's a measure of how much energy your system can generate at its peak under full sunlight. For example, a 5 kilowatt residential solar system, the kind you might see on a suburban rooftop, which usually consists of 15 to 20 panels, and that's according to the Solar Energy Industries Association, or SEIA. But kilowatts aren't just about instant power. We also talk about kilowatt hours, or kWh, which measures energy consumption over time. Imagine using 1 kilowatt of power steadily for a full hour. That's 1 kWh. To put this in perspective, the average US household consumed around 10,500 kWh per year from recent data from the Energy Information Administration, so the EIA. A well-placed 5 kW solar system in a sunny region could generate enough to cover 60 to 80% of that annual usage, slashing your reliancy on the grid and those pesky utility bills. I've personally heard from so many customers that once they grasp the difference between kilowatt and kilowatt hours, solar stopped feeling like rocket science and started to feel like a smart, straightforward investment. Take one of our families in Arizona. They installed a 6 kW system and watched it power most of their home, cutting their electricity costs by 65%. So picture this: solar panels on the roof, a smart meter ticking away with real-time kWh production. Now that's empowering. Now let's talk about what a single kilowatt of solar power can do for you. I find it fascinating to break it down to everyday examples so it's more tangible. 1 kW could run a standard window air conditioning for about 1 to 2 hours, keeping your living room cool on a hot summer day. Or it might light up 50 energy efficient LED bulbs for 2 hours, which is enough to brighten your house without a hitch. Imagine powering a full-size refrigerator for a day, or charging and running a laptop for 20 hours. So that's almost like a full day, or even just streaming movies or shows from Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, all the places. Scaling up a 5 kW system in sunny places like California, Texas, or even Florida might produce around 7,000 kWh annually, and that's based on the estimates from the National Renewable Energy Laboratory, or the NREL. That's plenty to handle the basics: lights, appliances, even your AC on moderate days. We've had families in Texas share stories of how their 5 kilowatt system has been able to keep the essentials going. So think ceiling fans, fridges that are stocked and cold, and TVs on for family movie nights, while only dipping into the grid for those heavier loads like electric dryers. It's all about that clean, renewable juice flowing right from your roof. So visualize a cozy home at dusk, all lit up inside by solar power glow, or an AC unit outside. That's the magic of kilowatts in action. Shifting gears for a moment, how do you actually size a solar system that matches your lifestyle? Well, I can tell you it's not a one-size-fits-all. It depends on your household energy habits, your available roof space, and your budget. Start by grabbing your utility bill and noting what your annual kWh usage is. Let's say that it's 12,000 kWh, which is a little higher than average. In a region with about 4.5 sun peak hours per day, you can rough out the math. Divide your yearly kWh by those sun hours and divide by 365 days in a year, and you land around a 7 kilowatt system. And that's the guidelines from the Department of Energy. Of course, it's going to look different based off of a lot of other factors, but that's how you can calculate it. But if you're in a shadier or cloudier part, like the Pacific Northwest, you might need to bump that up to compensate for less sunlight. Also, don't forget about the incentives, the tax credit that is available only until the end of this year, which is a 30% deduction on your solar system, which actually my company is able to get you 60%, but we can talk about that another time. Making it easier to afford a system that truly fits your needs and lifestyle. So why do kilowatts matter so much? Getting the size spot on maximizes your savings, boosts efficiency, and minimizes waste. An undersized system means you're still heavily pulling from the grid, while an oversized one could mean unnecessary spending on extra panels. According to the SEIA, residential solar capacity grew in recent years, with 4,700 megawatts added in 2024 alone. Most systems are falling in that 5 to 10 kW range, customized for everyday homes. It's not just about the personal perks. Kilowatts drive broader impact, supporting over 279,000 jobs in the solar industry, and that's anywhere from manufacturing to installing. And on a global scale, kilowatts are powering progress in incredible ways. In rural India, for example, solar setups are lighting up clinics and enabling better healthcare, as reported by the International Renewable Energy Agency. Of course, sizing isn't without challenges. High energy users like electric car vehicles often need larger systems, which can add to costs. Shady roofs might cap your potential kW output too. Customers share how they've upsized by a few panels after buying an EV, with installers striking that balance of helping between needs and budget. Think of a leafy rooftop assessment or a EV plugged in. Charging from solar, it's all part of the equation. Looking ahead, the future of kilowatts in solar is looking brighter than ever. Average solar systems are climbing from about 4 kW in 2010 to about 7 kW today, and that's according to the SEIA trends. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, those without roofs, so renters, those community solar projects are exploding, adding 1,745 megawatts of shared capacity in 2024, according to the SEIA. Imagine vast solar farms where renters can subscribe to a slice of the kW pie. What about you? Would a 5 kilowatt system cover your basics? Or are you eyeing something bigger that could charge that EV? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear. To recap, kilowatts are the key to measuring and sizing solar power, ensuring it saves you money while seamlessly fitting into your life. If this episode got you pumped about going solar, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for our next letter, L. Let's keep that solar shine going strong. That wraps up K for kilowatt. It's the foundation for sizing solar to power your world. Do you have questions on system sizing or anything solar related? Leave them below. I'm all ears. And thank you for joining Solar Mama's ABCs. Hit subscribe and the notification bell to catch the next one, and we'll see you on the next episode.